Hello, hello. It's time for another episode of the Halftime Mike podcast. As always, I thank you for joining me. Today, I want to recap the key takeaways from Social Media Marketing World 2017, the biggest social media conference on the globe. And I had the opportunity to go there in late March, and I'm looking forward to talking about what 3,000 plus marketers highlighted in that event. So that's what we're going to be diving into today. Now, back to the halftime topic. I was out at the conference there, and a lot of people asked me, so you podcast, what's it called? It's called Halftime Mike. And what's that about? And is that about basketball or what? But it's all about the basketball theme. I'm a basketball fan. I love it. And at halftime, you go into the game, the locker room from the game, and you take time to evaluate what went right, what went wrong, what can we improve on, what's it going to take for us to be successful in the second half. So that's what I invite you to do with me. Take a halftime break and learn some things to evaluate to help your small business, medium-sized business in the second half as you go out from here. I always try to make it practical and doable. So I want to cover those topics today. And I've got basically about four overarching things that I want to talk about. So the first one is that the big three, the big four that were talked about the most were Facebook, Instagram, and live video. And I wanted to add into there what I felt like was relationship marketing or customer support. Okay, so Facebook, Instagram, live video, and customer support. Live video obviously covered a number of different topics, but again, I heard these in the marketing report. So first off, Michael Stelzer, founder of Social Media Examiner, who puts on this conference, gave a data report, state of the industry. This is from thousands of marketers who take a survey he puts out. What are they going to use? What do they see? What's trending? What's helping their clients? And these are some of the findings. That one was Facebook live video, the changes there, and Instagram. Instagram's had significant growth. So I've got my little Facebook sticker here to commemorate that. They are doing great things. So I want to dive into those pieces, but that's kind of the overarching thing that I want to talk about. I heard that in Michael's. I heard that in a lot of different sessions. There was multiple sessions, Instagram, multiple sessions breaking it down from profiles to Instagram ads, Facebook live video, Facebook reach, engagement, posting, all kinds of things. And so the demand was there, the conversation was there, and the topic was there. So I heard this again and again. It came up in a couple. There's another keynote, Jaylene Johnson also, and basically she was presenting on how you can sell with live video. And again, she was referring primarily to Facebook. She talked about Periscope as well in that. But these are some of the key tools. So Social Media Marketing World 2017 was a great event for me out in San Diego. Number one, the topics, but number two, and primarily the most important to me, was the relationships and the networking. There, I've been there all 5 years. I'm a 5-timer at this thing ever since it started, and I've met people the first year that we're doing things with now. Jessica Phillips, Now Marketing Group. We do the Magnet Marketers live video show every Tuesday at 4 p.m. That's called Magnet Marketers, and that's live video. So we're right there on the cutting edge of things like that. Tyler Anderson, Casual Fridays out of San Diego. I met the first year. Antonio Calero with Ads Espresso, now Hootsuite owned, from Spain, and Christian Karashevitz from Washington, D.C. area, Social Chefs. I mean, these are people that I hang out with, I talk to online, and we do things together, collaborate, in and out, back to back, and over the years. And they're doing great things in their business, and I learned so much when we just sit down together. We spend some time together. So Social Media Marketing World was a great time for me, and I want to dive into some of those insights now that I learned. There was times where I learned, I'm sitting, in a session, listening to someone, and the person next to me started, taking a picture of the speaker and doing something, creating it with an app, and I was like, what is that? And Lumiere, Lumyer app was, you can add animations to a still photo. And so I learned that right there. So, and I downloaded that, highly recommend that app. So I didn't just learn from the speakers. I learned from the people beside me, and I learned around the table as we ate, as we hung out. And I usually reserve a table and have a few people that I know, and then just start inviting other people that I meet along the way and get them to come. So I got a table of 12, and so there's going to be a whole bunch of people that I want to get to know. We have a great time interacting that way. I met Zana from Erbil, Iraq. That was a great experience to meet a guy that had been in the city that I had been from, and he is starting social media business there. Great to see, great guy, great guy. Go Zana. Hope you listen to this. Give me a shout out if you do. And it was great to have you there, Azure, Collier from Constant Contact, so many others. It was just wonderful. But let's dive in to the details here. So Facebook, that was one of the key topics. And within Facebook, key components were ads, live video, and Messenger. All right, so Facebook ads continue to evolve. And a couple of things that, your ads can go stale over time, so you need to keep evaluating them. You can't just set them and let them run. You need to evaluate because their cost per click, cost per reach can go up over time, and so you need to keep watching that. Video is important in ads. Can you create short videos? Can you use the carousel option that Facebook gives you with multiple images in ads, and continue to use the targeting and demographics? One of the big things was retargeting and also insights. So get that Facebook pixel onto your website so that Facebook can begin to tell you, what's happening with the traffic that comes over from Facebook to your website, particularly via ads there. So the Facebook pixel allows you to go deeper in insights, and of course then you can retarget people who have been on your website back on Facebook with a new ad, because and you can do that from an intelligent perspective because they have been to your site and now they're back on Facebook, so you can deliver an ad to them that is more relevant even based on the page that they were on your website. Live video is here to stay. It's in the early adopter stage still though, so you've got time. If your business hasn't started yet, you should be exploring this. Now they've rolled it out for pages on the mobile app, but they've also recently allowed you to do it on desktop, so there's no hindrances to going live at all. And talked about different things you can do. You can do, internal interviews within your team. You could do interviews with, customer testimonials with a, kind of a small case study. We've seen it in, hotels doing, interviewing. Casual Fridays was doing some work with one of the Marriott Marquis in San Diego, and they had them do a live video. And then it was in the kitchen, so this was through the restaurant, interviewing the company that supplies the craft beer to them. And so, kind of a niche type opportunity to interview and to, spread the word about some of the key features that their restaurant offers. What other things you can do with live video? You can do trainings, you can do product demos, you can do testimonials, and you can highlight, different things. You can do a regular show on a regular basis to showcase things. You can introduce content. So think about introducing blog posts, events, where you're going to be at a trade show, going live from those type of things. Facebook Live video is important. It matters just because it's getting such great engagement, and the way, particularly on Facebook gives preferential treatment to it. So you can go live on multiple platforms. We talked about Periscope, of course Facebook, and even Instagram now. There's various opportunities there. But within Facebook, one of the key benefits is that basically you can set them up ahead of time, let your audience know, they can be notified. When you do go live, your page pushes that out. They try to build your audience, let people know. So it's a great way to increase reach, which is not great for just regular posts and link posts, that type of thing. Reach has gone down for those. You need to be thinking about paid advertising, but live video can also help you in a free method, because people are being alerted that you're live, so they want to come over and take a look at that. And that video resides on your page later on, so people can follow up and watch that. You can take the video and embed that on your website even after that. So Facebook is happening with ads, with live video. These are things that marketers should be looking into. They were highlighted at Social Media Marketing World. And the final thing with Facebook is Messenger. That's Facebook's got a family of tools now. Obviously, there's the Facebook mobile app, there's Facebook Pages app, there is Messenger, and they're increasing the business tools for Messenger. There is Instagram. They also own WhatsApp, and then they have their VR tools that are coming. So lots of tools there, but with Messenger, begin to look at bots. So you'll be able to get bots, and kind of these bots do certain functions for you, and they do automatic replies, automatic information. So that's a key thing within Facebook for business marketers to be aware of, is watch the coming of bots to help you offer customer service and sales opportunities automatically. It's think of it as maybe email nurture based on triggers, but in Messenger, the Messenger tool, the Messenger app. So watch for that. Messenger bots coming. And begin to, if you haven't thought about it, Facebook ads, you need to begin thinking about that, because reach is down. You want to get in front of your right target audience. Facebook ads is the premier way to do that. You can just get in front of exactly your target audience through their extensive demographic tools. Even in the Ads Manager, they've even increased the tools to target within boosting a post as well. On to my second one. I'm going to keep this moving. The second highlight was Instagram. Instagram is on the rise, okay? I have been speaking this, and they just confirmed that again. They were talking about that. Instagram is on the rise. Number one, for your business, have you made your Instagram account a business profile? So that's an important thing to do, because of the extra insights that you get, the ability to have the Contact Us button at the top of your page. And so it's just geared for business. Take advantage of that. Then for the other tools, starting at the top of the Instagram page, obviously you have stories now. Within stories, you can create just that, a story which lasts for 24 hours. And the other thing that you can do is, you can put pictures up there that tell a story. You can add to those. You can also create little short videos within that. But you can also go live in Instagram stories, okay? And now they're allowing you to download your Instagram live video, that's new, so that you could use it somewhere else, all right? And that you might be able to load it to Facebook later on, load it to YouTube, those types of pieces. So that's another valuable tool within Instagram. Why it's on the rise too is because the demographic age, it just keeps going up, so it's not just teens and 20s anymore, but there's a strong segment in the 30s and 40s, and it's even pushing up a little higher. So the demographic is changing, and then the integration with Facebook ads just is seamless. And now they have ads that you can create right within Instagram that's tied to your Facebook ads account. So parent Facebook is making Instagram ads very easy to use. For stories, there you can use Instagram to introduce your content, whether that is a blog post, whether that is a video, whether it is a event coming up, whether it's a special. Think about those types of things that you can introduce, you can showcase in stories. I've seen people showcase. Let's see what's the direction they're using. So they're putting an Instagram post in the news feed, and it says, if you want to find out more, go to my story. Okay, then it goes to the story. Then there's more of the storyboard, and then maybe one of the last pieces of the story says, now come over to our website at xyz.com. And so it's an interactive process, taking people through various steps and stages, but building trust, having multiple contact points in that trust building area. And their ads, like if you have a business profile and you post to Instagram, and you go to that post. Now on that post, you have a button that says promote, so it makes it easy. It's just like the boost button on Facebook. You can promote it on Instagram, allows you to use audiences to do that, and it's using all that data from the Facebook ad engine to target just your right audience. So Instagram is on the rise, and there are multiple ways to use it. They're innovating. Businesses should make sure they grab their Instagram account and their username, and change it to a business profile and begin to experiment with that. Get your content out there, introduce content there. Fourth one was live video. Okay, fourth one was live video, and they talked about it. I already said this. It's still in the early stages. There's still plenty of time to jump in. Periscope, will it remain? It's now kind of being more integrated into Twitter, so there's the potential that Periscope, as it is, may go away. It just may become part of Twitter as they try to keep Twitter alive. Not a lot of hype and excitement for Twitter at this point in time. It's used, but there was much less buzz about Twitter at the conference for sure. But live video and Periscope, part of that, still had a lot of Periscope had a lot, had some momentum because of the live video aspect. And as I mentioned, Facebook is now on desktop now too, but we need to begin thinking of companies and as marketers as media creators. Okay, so we are no longer necessarily needing to use some third-party venue, a TV advertisement. We can just go live on Facebook and live on Instagram and be our own media production company right there. They're making it possible for us, and you can do your own launch, showcase your own sales event, showcase your own demo, your own product launch, all these types of things you can do yourself with live video. So I kind of went through the possibilities of that before when I talked about Facebook, so I don't want to elaborate on that anymore, other than to say that it's going to be important for your business, and so we can no longer hide behind the computer and the text. We need to begin getting some of our people out there. Businesses have to have a personal face to them. People do business with people. People trust a business when they know a person there, and so you want to get that out in front. That makes a difference. And the fourth thing that I want to highlight then was customer care, and that was from a session by Joey Coleman, and he gave us these cards. It had 6 items to help us evaluate our customer care, and they went into key details like how are you contacting your new customers in the first 100 days in person, via email, via regular snail mail, via phone, via video, and via presence. Okay, how are you doing that? How are you investing that? Because there can often be buyer's remorse or buyer's regret right afterwards on a big purchase like that, and they're going to get an invoice, and maybe they're going to start a design process. But are you doing anything else to build equity, to immediately pour into their tank and fill them up so that they feel good and feel like, yes, we made the right decision with these folks, and they feel comfortable, excited to be about that. So he gave the statistic that if we cut down the customer attrition rate by 5%, those that leave your business, if you cut that down by 5%, a business can increase profits generally at a minimum of 25% and even up to 100% over the course of a year, just by reducing attrition, those leaving you by 5%. It's far less expensive to just keep clients happy and then see them do more business with you over time than the cost of acquiring new customers. And so I really took that away from this whole kind of concept. Live video was about a personal touch. It was making that personal connection with potential customers and customers, and that's what's happening on Facebook. And then Joey, in a keynote, was talking about this. I think there are key touch points, but remember, some of these touch points were even offline. That they're physical things. So do you get together with them in person? Does that fit your business model? Maybe it doesn't. But presents, gifts, those kind of things that build equity. You have to think of a gas tank, and there's things that you need to get gas into the tank, but there's gas being used in the process, okay? And so how do you keep pouring into that? Okay, that tank will, you don't want it to get down to E. You want to keep pouring into that so you have good equity build up with those clients. And so that was a key takeaway from me, that people do business with people. People do business with those they know, like, and trust. And that's coming out in multiple ways, but live video is another gravitation or way of doing that, just because they get to see you and interact with you. That's why I went live here in my podcast as well. So those were my key takeaways from Social Media Marketing World 2017. It was a great event, and those are the key things that I wanted to highlight. So stay tuned for coming back to my series on digital marketing funnel. But be aware of these things. Facebook is here to stay. They're evolving with live video. They own Instagram, and Instagram is on the rise. And they're making the evolution and key changes with their messenger app, with these bots. So lots of unique, powerful things happening. That's what you need to be aware of. What do you need to experiment with today? Is it live video? Is it Instagram Live, Facebook Live, desktop live? Do you need to go sharpen some ads? Take a look at those pieces. What is it that's going to be important for your business today? Hopefully that's helpful. This is Mike, the Halftime Mike podcast. You've got some things now. Go out, apply them, win the game in the second half. Take care.